Rinpoche, you set up the Marici Fellowship back in the 2017. What is the purpose? Why did you set that up?
So how this all started was one day, one of my friends, they were inviting me to lunch. Was it lunch? I think so. And they took me to eat pizza, which is something that I love. And on the way, we were just discussing about, because they were inviting me to eat pizza. So out of the window, because we were driving in a street where there was a lot of homeless people around. And this is in America.
Seattle.
This is still in Seattle. So, and out of the window, I saw a lot of homeless people who were in need. And I thought to myself right then, because while we're having the conversation of pizza, I thought, you know what? I wish I could give them some pizza. And I really did ask my friends about it. Like, can we? And they said they agreed. So then right away, we just got the pizzas and we just start sharing them around that area.
On that day?
On that day, yeah, just to put the Dharma into action. So yeah, that's how it started with the idea, and one thing led to another. I written Marici Fellowship. I even draw a little swing, a little logo, how it should look like. So, and this is like a perfect example of the Dharma being lived by my grandfather, His Holiness Jira Lacha Doche Chang, that brought this vision to life. Because it was his hard work, his compassion, his selfless service to others, and the way he cared and to help others, that really made me realize that we could and would follow his example and his teachings by putting the Dharma into action for the benefit of all.
What is the mission and vision of the Marici Fellowship, Rinpoche?
So we can't solve all the problems in our community, let alone the whole world.
That's true.
But at least we try to do as much as we can. And we can do it so much better, and to really, make a difference when we are doing it together. So that genuine sense, feeling that genuine sense of compassion and feeling a sense of fellowship, I felt like, we can really, when we engage it in that way, then this is not something outside of the Dharma, but it's an integral part of practice and for Mahayana practitioners. So we have this slogan, putting the Dharma into action for the benefit of all. Now, first and foremost, that phrase, because we need the Dharma. We recognize that we need the Dharma in order to achieve and attain our ultimate goal of Bodhi. So first and foremost, this is a personal practice. It's a personal practice. It's an internal development through morality, meditation, and developing wisdom and so on, but actually helping those who are in need in fellowship with other walkers on the path to truth to wisdom and compassion doesn't detract us from that process. It actually enhances it. It actually enhances our merit more towards our ultimate goal. So when we together in fellowship have the motivation of bodhicitta and act out of bodhicitta, and then dedicate those virtues of those actions that we have done to the Bodhi for the sake of all sentient beings, then this is no ordinary act of charity, but an extraordinary act, an extraordinary way of to achieve Bodhi for the sake of all sentient beings, to help others, and the practice of bodhicitta. So, and when we do these activities outside, when we go out, in whatever activities we are, whether it's helping a homeless person or helping a struggling animal, or planting trees, and so on and so forth, we're not going out there to preach the Dharma. you know what I mean, like to preach the Dharma as a philosophy or a religion. No, we're going out there by living the Dharma, by living the Dharma by an example. So yes, what we really hope is that not only many sentient beings, you know, get the benefit from that work of the fellowship, but more and more people from different backgrounds, whether they're Buddhist or not, and whichever traditions they follow, feel inspired and to help and support the noble work that we have in this the fellowship. So yeah, that's our vision and our mission.
What does Marici actually mean, Rinpoche?
So Marici actually means the goddess of the dawn. So, and the reason why we named this Marici Fellowship is because, see, the Buddha actually taught, when he taught about this enlightened goddess of what we call Marici, he said that he talked about how powerful it is to overcome obstacles and any problems just by knowing her name. So, and just knowing her name or hearing her name and saying it, we'll be able to pacify all our problems. So, in one sense, that having the name on our Marici Fellowship, that people, when they hear about it or they even say it or know about it, that they get some blessings from it. That's one. But the other thing is that because Marici, we put that name as for our inspiration because her symbolism is sunlight.
Rays of sunlight.
Yeah. So, for example, like the sun shines its light without any discrimination where it lands and dispels all darkness wherever it is. Similarly, what we hope that through the works of the Marici Fellowship, through whatever activities we do, through our body, speech, and mind, that we're able to radiate that light of compassion of Marici to solve or overcome the obstacles and the suffering of all sentient beings without any bias or agenda. So that's, yeah.
Rinpoche, how can we support the Marici Fellowship?
Well, the Marici Fellowship, there's the branches, and there are many projects we have under the umbrella of the Marici Fellowship, whether it's like serving and helping, feeding and the homelessness, or helping and treating the animals. We have a project about like building an animal sanctuary in India and other places as well. We have the Branch Out initiative of planting trees, and we have a Buddhist practice on how we do that. You can find it all on the
planting
website.
Trees.
Yeah, planting trees and the special blessings and the dharmas that we added into to bless it. Not just the tree, but the beings that are in the plants and the trees and so on, the environment and so on. So there's a beautiful book that we made. It's on the website though. So even though we have a lot of branches across the world in many places, but our main base is where it started, and that's in Seattle and Sake Monastery. But we do have like many activities that are done across the world, and especially in Asia, like in India and Nepal, where we get to do these, especially on the homelessness part, to feeding the homeless people in the poor areas around the places in India and Nepal. But the same we do in other places as well. So, and we have, in America, we also do like monthly meal services and offerings we do. And we have these gardens that we grow fruits and vegetables for the sole purpose of feeding the other homeless people. So, and it's called Dana Garden, and we hope to we're planning to make more of those gardens across the other places. So yeah, and there's so many ways people can support our projects, whether it's participating in physically, or whether it's funding, whether it's supporting or organizing an event, or just yeah. So I feel like people can join in however they want.
Great, thank you, Rinpoche. Rinpoche, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts on Buddhism practice as well as the Marici Fellowship. If anyone from Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Sangha, want to support your activities and the fellowship, what should we do?
So my aspiration would be that whatever I've explained in terms of like the resources we have of the Dharma, that we can try as much as possible to engage and practice and to join in the fellowship activities as well, that they're able to make the time for themselves and others. And you can do that through the center, Sangha center we have, and we're to provide whatever we can to help them, and together we can start practicing and move towards to that our ultimate goal.
Thank you so much for your time today, Rinpoche. We do look forward to seeing more of you in Hong Kong in the future.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone.